feel that a 7, 8 years old girl said that she wants to build a brand, and now she has become a brand, and all I can do, you can also do. But you have to be patient about it, and you have to put in your 100% of what you are doing, and you are sure that you are doing. You don't understand the value of personal marketing. You don't understand the value of brand. You are a brand yourself. So when I am marketing, when I'm saying personal marketing, basically I am a brand. Pallavi is a brand, and Pallavi is basically marketing herself.
Hi everyone, I'm Camilo Torres, and welcome again to Flow Community Podcast. In here, we're going to have great conversations with the beautiful people that has joined our community. We're going to get a lot of inspirations from their life journeys, passions, creations, because we believe that when you share your unique story, you can inspire others. So please enjoy this new episode. And also, I would love to invite you to join our community. And if you would like to be part of this podcast, please go to flowwithcommunity.com. Thank you. So please welcome Pallavi. Hi, Pallavi. How are you?
Hi, Camilo. I'm good. Thank you for having me. How are you?
No, thank you. I'm fine. And thank you so much for being part of Flow community and being part of this podcast and being an inspiration to others. So,
Thank you. It's my honor to be here today with you
thank
and
you.
sharing my story, hopefully, with a large audience.
Yes. I would love to know more about you. And yeah, let's get started. So, we met in the Fashion Week,
Yeah.
which is really nice. That was my first Fashion Week. Knowing you, follow you on Instagram. Well, your career in Instagram, you're very well. You have, for me, from my eyes, you have a very visual career. But I would love to know more about what you're doing. Your entrepreneur journey. Yes.
Okay, so let me first start when I met you. So we were just attending a show there. I think you were there for the previous show as well, but we met at the last show. And yeah, it was such a vibe. We connected so well, and you were like, "Can you please click a picture of you? The dress really looks nice." I was like, "Oh my god, I love the fur scarf." So that's how we started. It was a like amazing journey from there till here. And yes, so I am Pallavi. Basically, if I call my name fully, I'm Pallavi Raj. But people call me my shadow beats because my shadow beats.
Okay. Okay.
So being a product manager and building, all digital payments product, when I started my career, but down the line somewhere I knew that, I'm very inclined towards fashion, towards styling, or basically you can say, towards creating and being in front of the camera, something like that. And I think my sister and my husband, they really pushed me, why don't you start a page, why don't you, put pictures. So I think back in 2019, I just started randomly putting pictures on Instagram. So there are like two profiles, one was private and one was public. And on the public profile, I started putting pictures, and that's how this name came up, that what should we put this name,
Okay.
because there was a private profile with Pallavi Raj Rathore, and then we was okay. I am into product management. I am into like fully technical stuff, building technical digital payments product for banks. And but there's the other part of me who is into fashion, who loves creating stuff. So why not? And basically, that's my shadow. So that's how the name came up, like my shadow beats.
Wow,
Yeah,
interesting. Wow.
and yeah, I create content. I love creating content, fashion, travel, uh, and put it on my social. But I also work as a stylist. I have done editorials back in India, and here also a couple of projects. And I am focusing on wedding styling as well. I started with my wedding. I designed everything on my own. My outfits, my entire family's outfit, my husband's outfit, the jewelry, everything, the entire decor and everything. And that's how we got to know. Oh my God, I can. I really want to go into this wedding styling stuff also. So this is pretty much what I do.
Wow, incredible. And so nice, like, to share like what you did before
Yeah.
of your creative, because I can see that you let your creativity flourish
Mm,
and go beyond whatever you expect. And I love that before, like from the shadow that you had,
mm.
you listen at that, and that's super important because I mean you wanted to explore
Yeah,
that
but
path.
I believe that sometimes you know what you want.
Hmm.
It takes time to figure out, right?
Right.
There are a lot of people who actually are not happy with their jobs. I was though happy with my job, but there are people who are not happy with the jobs, and down the line or inside their heart they want to do something else, or they are inclined towards something. And though I like my job a lot, being a product manager, but I think I was not able to take that step of, taking my shadow beads as a stuff, as a thing for me, because that's a brand. If I talk about myself, Pallavi, my shadow beads is a brand now. So maybe I always wanted to build a brand. I remember, it's a very old story. I was in class 4. I remember one of the teachers asking, right? Teachers generally used to ask every, students that, what do you want to become
Yes,
when you
yeah.
grow up, right?
And when you're fell class 4, it's like you're very
I
young, but then
I think 8, 9, I guess.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so. Yeah.
8 or 9 years old. And then she asked me, and my answer was, I want to have my own clothing line
Wow.
out of nowhere. And why did I say that? I don't know, because maybe I was into a lot of magazines that time. I was into a lot of newspaper, because that time digital was not there, and my dad used to have newspapers, magazines, and I used to see these actresses, models. I used to see like fashion TV catwalks, and I used to walk also sometimes. I was very old, 6 7 years old. I used to walk like doing the catwalk, and my brother used to tell me, not my own brother but my cousin brother, what are you doing, why are you doing like this, this is not good thing to do. And then I think now when I connect the dots, I can totally feel that a 7 8 years old girl said that she wants to build a brand, and now she has become a brand and also working on something, building on similar lines, which is under wraps right now.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. And
Yeah.
I feel like your inner child, you're doing now what your you were like
Yes.
your inner child is telling you. And I would like to know how was the process of your old job. You were in finance, or you said
Finance, yeah, for building fintech products.
right. How okay, how did you listen that inner child saying, hey, I want to go into that road, and how important as well is to do that?
Okay, so this is where I was coming from, the story, right?
Okay.
And I was saying, right, a lot of people doesn't have this courage to take this step, especially when they have this, a permanent fixed salary coming in their bank accounts on the first day of the month. They know that, okay, this amount is going to be credited, and it is like going to be their money, right? And then when you want to do something of your own, basically an entrepreneurship,
Mhm.
right, building a business or building, a brand or something, whatever you want to do on your own, it takes a lot of courage. But with that, you also need a lot of support. Someone, I mean, I might be very, strong, and I want to do that, but back of the mind, sometimes you will actually feel, you know taking a step back, because whether it will happen or not, should I take this step or not? Taking that first step is very important. And for me, my sister and my husband, they were the pillars. They actually, and both of them have supported me, like, since the start of my career in this. I mean, they were the one who literally pushed me that you have to do it. And I know my husband since a long time. When I was child, and we were like family friends. And when we were not dating, actually, we were just like family friends. And he randomly told me one day, like when we met, like casually, that you should be in, like, movies and all that stuff. I don't know why he said that. So I think,
Like in the
so
entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, you're
industry.
good looking, and because the way I used to carry myself back then as well, when the style was not very evolving, so I think he saw something in me, and that's why he pushed me. Until date, he's the one person I think that he has literally built my sharab beats. Because
Wow.
just think about it. I mean, there are times when you feel low. There are times when you think that should I really continue it or not? Should I really do it or not? Some and then there's he's like continuously pushing it. No, 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 you have to do it. You're doing so well. And then my sister and my family. I mean, we come from a very conservative background,
Mhm.
but my parents are like the exception. They have always pushed us, me, my brother, sister, that do whatever you want to do.
Mhm.
I mean,
Wow.
people in my
That's
community,
yeah, and that's I think okay. Sorry to interrupt,
no
but
worries.
I feel what you said, courage to go and listen to your
Inner,
inner self and inner child that's
yeah,
saying to you, hey, go to this different path, and also support to go and take decision
yeah,
is very important. That's special, and support of the people that surround you. um I mean, for me personally, flow started started as a side project, but then one of my biggest supporters is my mom, and I
yeah,
want to thank my mom, like, because of her I'm here talking to you.
yeah,
And this is like, it's important to have support, and even it doesn't mean economically, it could be like emotionally as well,
yeah,
like give you strength to
yeah.
continue, because it's hard and the journey it's no easy. um
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, my parents has been there with me through thick and thin. I mean, if I don't speak to them, they are back in India. If I don't speak to them for like one day, I feel low because
mm,
I just love them and the way they have supported me and my brother and sister. I mean, we come from a very conservative background family, but my parents were literally exception. When others asked my dad that why are you spending so much money by sending her in an MBA college?
mhm,
You might get her married.
right.
Why are you not getting her married? Why are you spending so much money? And you know what my dad said? My job is to put money in her education. She will study, she will earn, and she will do her wedding with her own money. And that's what I did. I
Wow.
did not take a single penny from my parents.
Wow.
And I did
Wow.
my own money. And that's what he said back to those people when they were asking me to get married when I was just 20.
Wow.
So yeah, the support. That's very important. And it should not be like I'm not you were right. It's not always with like financially, but the emotional support is the most important when you are on your own. I think
100%.
everywhere. Yeah.
100%. And I think emotional support, I think, I mean, we are lucky because we have our
Yeah,
parents
exactly.
and people, friends as well, that support us. But I mean, I want to change the perspective. What happened with people that doesn't have closest friends?
Hmm.
I don't know. What do you think? I think that the best thing to for them to do is see people's journeys and learn from people's journeys, so they get inspired of continue. Because some people that they say, okay, you're this person, become this person,
Hmm.
they didn't see the journey, but they just want to become that person, and they start and they
Yeah.
start seeing difficulties, like
Yeah.
the journey is
Yeah.
not easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the issue. That's why they stop and they go back to what we were doing. And it's
Yeah.
important, I think, for them to, if they don't have any support or any close
Yeah.
people, is to see people's journey and listen to those journeys, because when you listen that, you get inspired, and then you get support of for the inspiration, I
Yeah,
guess.
I think we say that right. Rome was not built in a day.
Exactly, yes.
We did not grow up in a day. It
Correct.
took us like what years and years to be matured and to start thinking and and take our decisions, right? And I understand for me also and for a lot of people who really want to who get inspired from other people. Okay, that guy is doing that. Oh, I also, if she can do, I can do. Yeah, that is right. If I can do, you can also do. But you have to be patient about it, and you have to put in your 100% of what you are doing, and you are sure that you are doing. And if you are like really dedicated towards it, you will get your thing one day, but you have to be really patient.
Wow. Yes, I agree. So I mean, as you said, you are content creator. I would
Mhm.
like to ask you, what do you think about the influencer title
Mhm.
against versus content creator?
Creator, yeah. So I think there, influencers and content creators, there are like two categories right now in my head, right? Uh, Influencers are basically content creator, but nowadays, if you see, everyone is a content creator. Like it was not the same like couple of years back when people used to have their private profiles. There was a thing of privacy in their life. Now everyone has become a content creator with so much social media platform, and we have like so much content to consume, right? Everyone who travels, everyone who has their own perspective, they want to put it in front of the larger audience, and I would say that share with people. Now influencers, are you a content creator? Yes. Are you trying to be an influencer? Not trying to be, but you can be an influencer if you are making an impact to someone else's life, right? For as a content creator, I can create content for fun. I can create content just to share my life, just to show that, oh, this is my life.
Yeah.
We see a lot of documentaries nowadays on, like, recently we have seen David Beckham. He just shows his documentary with a, like, this is my life, dude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean that you can create and share with your audience. But influencer, I totally believe that it has become more of a brand thing now. Influencer is a brand. It's a marketing stuff. It's personal marketing, right? Brand will reach out to you because if you promote it, it will make an impact on the
On their
brand's
brand.
revenue, the brand you are promoting. And people will buy it because they believe in you, what you are promoting. They believe in what you are saying. You are basically influencing them, right? If I just I mean, my shadow beats is a brand, and I can proudly say that a lot of my reels went viral, and there was no agenda there where I was literally promoting any brand. It was just me, you know. I created those stuff in my wedding. When I organized my wedding, the function one, my sister, she was like all the time capturing all the moments in cameras, everything, like small small parts. And my lot of wedding reels went viral, and people actually asked me a lot of stuff on the YouTube as well. They got inspired, influenced with my outfit, with my jewelry, with the way the wedding held, the games we played, the act my friends did for me, right? And people used to actually DM me and ask me, where did you buy this lehenga from, where did you buy this jewelry from, who's the photographer? My friends booked my photographers after looking at the pictures. So that's what I call influencing.
Wow, and you say something very special, and wow, and thank you so much for the answer. I think for me, I didn't know. I mean, I didn't have it much clear, to be honest. But you said something about influencer and inspiring,
Yeah.
which is like a connection. And I get it. I get it 100% because whoever inspire people, you influence their lives, and that's something. Well, magic. Well, magic if you're inspired in a good way, in a bad way
Yeah.
also. Well, it's two
I
ways.
would say that, just to clear it out and just summarize it, basically, I create something as a content creator. I created my own wedding, I planned my own wedding, and people got inspired and influenced with my reels. They wanted to look like me, and they were like asking the filmmaker, the photographer, that I want to become viral like Pallavi. I want like shots like Pallavi. So that's where the influencing part comes in.
Right.
And
Okay.
now the industry has become so broad. I mean, of course, I understand there are a lot of people, everybody has their own rights to share and, connect with a larger audience. But creating content is one thing, but when you are, you know, taking stuff for free from the other, brands, right, just for the sake of getting stuff,
Mhm.
that is not, I mean, I personally don't find it really nice, because this is, you don't understand the value of personal marketing. You don't understand the value of brand. You are a brand yourself. When you are putting something out on that social platform, you are sharing with, like, let's say, million people.
Mhm.
If you if, I mean, if your reels get viral, like million and million views, you are sharing it with your million people, right?
Mhm.
What is the power of that? Where did you get the money for it? You should be appreciated in some or the other way, right? There is one audience love, there's one audience following you or
Mhm.
believing in you, but there's also one where you have put in your effort and you have created something, and the brand is only reaching out to you just for a free stuff. The brand is actually getting a free marketing, but the
Yes, I
the,
agree.
the creator is not understanding that. So I would just say that one should not do that, because there are people who are actually doing it for the living. They're actually putting a lot of time, and you are also putting a lot of time, but you are just doing it for the sake of getting a free stuff, is actually not, really in a cool sense, because the brand is exploiting you in this way.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. And you talk. Yeah. Perfect. And I wanna well go into the personal marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Um. I mean, which I think is important, and I will ask you one more question. But how, from personal marketing, you need to value yourself as well. And then,
Exactly, yeah.
hello, you work very hard to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, why not? Because if you give a lot of energy to something, well, you need to receive something back, and that's where, like, don't let these companies to just buy you for freebie thing,
Yeah.
which they're going to be sell lots of that
Mm,
through your
through you,
influencing through you,
yeah.
because you're
Mm-hmm.
influencing other people. But what, okay, and then going to that, the question that I want to ask you, what do you think about, what importance is the personal marketing for you in general, in terms of, yeah, in general.
I think personal marketing is the fuel to my soul, because personal marketing, I mean, if I remove the word personal, if I take the marketing stuff and if I take my shadow weeds or Pallavi,
Mhm.
it's a marketing, right? So when I am marketing, when I'm saying personal marketing, basically I am a brand. Pallavi is a brand, and Pallavi is basically marketing herself.
Mhm.
So she needs to be very clear what she is putting out and how she is presenting herself. What are the things she is looking for? Because the brand needs to be clear in front of the audience who believes in her and who follows her. So whatever you do is going to make an impact on someone, and
Mhm.
you have to be, like, very, I would say that, marketing can be, I mean, we have studied in our colleges, right? Marketing can be very diversified,
Mhm.
but when we talk it from a content creator or influencer perspective, you yourself as a brand, and for you have to, I don't want to say that, but in the other words, we can just say that I am basically trying to sell myself.
Well, it's a
I am doing my
company.
marketing.
It's, I feel like what you say about your brand, your company. Treat it
Hmm.
as your company. It's a company. You, and
Yeah.
then doing you, investing on you and everything is the same as going to a company that needs salaries for people and everything. Success, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I take an example, Coke, right? Coke is a brand.
Uh-huh.
Coke, normal Coke is for, like, okay, people who are like just chill and they just want to have Coke. There are people who are like fitness freak. They have like Coke Zero. There are people who are like, okay, I can have a Diet Coke. I'm just, casual mood. They have a Diet Coke. They have it three different categories. If I talk about my stuff and my personal marketing, I am doing a marketing through one category, which is fashion and,
I
styling,
see.
where I do the DIY stuff. I style myself. I experiment with makeup and hair. and everything like colorful. I just try to be experimental and put the best out of me and style look wise, creating a style icon, something like that. There's other part of me for the people who wants to travel.
Mhm.
I have a travel category for that, and I create content. I share my experiences. I help them to, plan their travel with be looking stylish, being stylish. And there are people who was like, okay, I'm interested in your daily life. For them, there is a YouTube vlogs. I just make everyday vlogs on YouTube for them who really wants to see, okay, when Pallavi is going to Rome, what is she doing on day one? Okay,
Wow.
Pallavi is doing day one in Rome. So there's a category for that. So now you see, right? I am selling, there's one Pallavi, and she's trying to sell to three categories through fashion, travel, and vlogs. And that is what I'm doing my marketing.
Wow. Wow. Super nice. And I didn't know that. Okay. And big question, and for everyone, for the community to know, where can find you? Where can we find about you? Where can we follow your travel advices and fashion advices and daily advices?
You can very much follow me on Instagram, which everyone is there on platform. So yeah, it's Instagram. That is my shadow beats, where my shadow beats, of course. There you can follow me for fashion and travel experiences. I am a travel freak, and of course I am staying in UK, and we can very often go to Europe. So I travel a lot. I create like informational reels, as well as like nice drone shots, photography. And for fashion, I do a lot of DIY hacks for styling a shirt in different ways, or maybe, experiment with my makeup and creating looks. So that's Instagram. I'm available on Facebook page as well, My Shadow Beats, Pinterest, My Shadow Beats, where you can see like inspiring Pinterest inspired outfits. You can follow
Nice.
me there. And I also have a YouTube channel that is again on the name of My Shadow Beats, where I share my daily lives, my travel vlogs on daily basis. So yeah, this is
Nice.
where you can find Pallavi.
Perfect. And great, thank you. And I have to end this podcast. I have three questions for you.
Yeah.
Um, and like these three questions, you can answer for with one word or short sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is something new in the podcast.
Okay.
So what means creativity for you?
Creativity means creativity for me is basically listening to you and just putting out what you feel out.
Wow, thank you. Okay. Second question. What is your current creative expression?
My current creative expression is, I can say, my uh, out on my socials,
Mhm.
fashion and travel.
Perfect. Yes, agree. Totally agree.
Yeah.
And the end question, what flow means for you? Flow as the word.
Flow for me is basically, you just have to be at the moment, live the moment, present, live the present, and just go with the flow.
Ah,
Whatever comes in your way, just go with the flow and accept the things.
oh,
Don't
wow.
think about future and past, but be in the moment, be present in the moment, and
Completely
go with the
agree.
flow.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you for
you.
having me, Camilo. It was
Oh, no.
so nice to see you and
Oh,
to see you all as well.
right. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for listening this podcast.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.